So today we have our first interview. It's going to be about roughly a 10-minute or 15-minute so interview. We want to introduce to you one of the performers. This is Molly Surowitz coming on the air with us, calling in. How you doing this morning?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be here.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you were able to call in today. Did I pronounce your nice last name correctly?
You did, yes.
Oh, good.
Surowitz.
Very, very good. Well, Molly, thanks for joining in today. We're excited to be having you here on the air and excited that you're going to be a part of the Elgin Fringe Fest. So can you introduce yourself a little bit? Tell us a little bit about your background as a performer.
Okay, great. Yeah, I am someone who loved performing since I was a little kid. I think most people that love to perform are born with that bug. So I was born with that bug, and I started writing and directing my own shows when I was a little kid in my communal household. And I would direct the hippies in different shows. And then I kind of gave it up for a while after I was in college. I toured Europe with a show. I was in a year-long run of Crimes of the Heart, touring all over Europe in small different theaters and venues and even in castles, and it was a really great time. Came to Chicago to do theater and wrote my own shows and directed and performed. Took a break for about 20 years to raise my children and make money, because it's really hard to make money in theater, and I talk about that in my show. And once both my kids were in college, I started taking classes at Chicago Dramatist and wrote a solo show, which is what I'm going to be performing at the Fringe Festival.
That's awesome. Oh, my goodness. You've got so much great experiences, and I really love your story, too. That's fantastic. So
it's like a dream come true for me, really.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit, how did you first hear about the Elgin Fringe Festival? What drew you to be a part of it?
Well, I know other performers because, Chicago is a kind of a tight-knit group, and I saw other people I knew who'd written solo shows who were performing, and I also knew an artist that had her art at the Elgin Fringe Festival, and so it was something I thought would be fun to participate in. It's the only Fringe Festival in Illinois, so I thought, what a great opportunity, and I was thrilled. I was on the waiting list. I did not get picked, so someone else dropped out, and there was space for me, so I took it. Who knows whenever you'd get an opportunity like this again, so I took the opportunity.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. What a cool opportunity, too, that you were able to be picked for that, too. So tell us a little bit here, a little sneak peek. What is your performance generally about without giving away too many spoiling any details there? What can audiences kind of expect when they come to see it, style and things like that, too, if you want to elaborate more on that or just
Sure, yes. My show has a big reveal, so I don't want to tell you that part. You'll have to see it to know. But what I can tell you, it's about I have a very colorful life. I'm sort of like the straight daughter who was raised in a hippie commune, and that's not all of what my story is about. My story touches on that, and people love that part because it's funny. I grew up in a nudist commune in Detroit, and not too many people have that story and look as straight as me. I look like a nerdy librarian, but I was raised in a nudist place. So there's a little bit of that. But I fly through time, and I start with telling the stories about me and my sons. I have two grown sons, but I go back to, even for one of them, I tell the story of his birth. So it's a family story. It's a story of my parents. I play my parents. I play both my sons. I play my ex-husband. I play my grandmother. I play my mother-in-law for a moment. So I play all the characters, and I go back in time, and I fly back to different times. And you have to stay present in my show, because I'm going to the present reality and then back in time. Then I go back to the present reality and then back in time. So I'm weaving this tapestry of my life and family. And then I also talk a lot about what it was like to live during the pandemic of 2020. I started a journal during that time, and I had been writing my show, and I stopped writing because I was sort of taken aback by everything, and I didn't know what to say. So I started a journal, and my writing coach actually said, your journal is actually your show. So my journal is part of the framework of my show as well, plus words from actual words from my family members. So I studied with Anna Devere Smith. I don't know if you know who she is, but she's a famous actress who uses other people's words in her shows. And I studied with her when I was young, and so I learned this great tool of interviewing people and they using their words on stage. So when I'm speaking, saying what my sons say in the show, it's their actual words, but I'm acting it. Or when I'm being my mother or my father, I'm using their actual words. And in my journal, it's my words, but I'm sharing about my life during that time because that was the only way I could write.
I think that's so fascinating that you channel in energy and a character from your family members and you perform them too. I'm a big fan of, I love doing family research and family history and hearing stories. So that really kind of did strike a chord with me. I was like, wow, that's really fascinating that you,
and it's really fun because my grandmother isn't alive anymore. My father isn't alive. And I feel when I perform them, I get a little taste of them, and I get to celebrate them, and I get to bring their memories to the forefront, and it's really special for me.
I love that so much. You honestly probably even inspired me. Maybe I should do something like that. Seriously,
Yeah,
I love family
it's
history
really cathartic
stuff.
And wonderful, and we only have this one life to live, so we might as well express ourselves.
Absolutely. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, I'm so excited to be seeing your show. Oh my goodness, that's fantastic. What do you hope people?
Thank you.
Absolutely. What do you hope people will take away from your performance, or more broadly, what do you hope audiences gain from this experience as a whole, too?
Well, that's the part where I said I can't give too much away, but I really examine what it's like to be a white person in America and what it's like to be a white woman. And I would hope that we might leave with a different experience of what our own identity is and how we come to know ourselves, and actually maybe have a little freedom around our own identities and not being stuck in who we think we are, but have some freedom around it and actually maybe see the world from a new perspective. I think I have a different perspective as a mother and in the stories I'm going to tell, and I feel like I want people to be touched by that and see the world from my eyes in a perspective that they may not have been invited to see the world through that before, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
I'm being very vague because there's something that happens in my plan. I'm trying not to give it away, but I promise it'll be worth your time if you come to see it. There's an element of surprise that I'm not giving away that will be worth it.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Molly, tell us, what day are you going to be performing at the Elgin Fringe Festival?
I will be performing on Thursday, September 25th at 7:30, and also Friday, September 26th at 9 p.m.
Awesome. We are excited. We are hoping that folks can come on out and see your performance. And folks, if you want to check out more information, visit elginfringefestival.com for more info. Molly, thank you for your time and coming on here to the station to talk with us.
Matt, thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to share. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. You have a wonderful rest of your day. And, of course, best of luck.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye now.